Hey ladies, it's Karen Svell here with Locks and Tops. And so I've been getting some questions about wig grips. So I thought I would just pull a few out and show you what some of the wig grips that I have used. And I mean, I think it's going to depend up to you. Like, you're going to find your favorites, right? So what I will say is I'm going to try and get some that are super economical for you so that you don't have to spend a lot of money, because I know even like on Amazon, they can be pretty pricey. So I'm going to try and get some that are, you know, like $5 or $6 or something like that for you, that you can purchase on the site. So it'll make it a little easier. And I'll try to get like 2 or 3 different varieties. First of all, what I will say this. There are plastic or silicone wig grips. If you have complete hair loss, these are great because they don't slip at all. But if you have a larger head, the thing that I will say is that they can be quite tight, right? So the trick for that is that they're too wide, right? So if you have a larger head, all you need to do is take your scissors and cut it lengthwise. That'll make it thinner, and then it'll still work, right? So if you have, like, I have really super fine, thin baby hair, and sometimes I will wear one of these, especially on days like I haven't washed it, right? And it's my hair gets super sick because it's just so fine and thin. Sometimes I'll wear one of these. So that's the first one. The second one is actually from a human hair vendor that I got, which is Wigs by Tiffany. It has a Velcro. It's Velcro in the back, right? And so it's adjustable, so you can adjust it to whatever size head you are. It has lace in the front. So I don't know if you can see the lace. And then a lace in the middle. And then it's velvet. So I think sometimes ladies get confused about how to put them on. Just know that you always want to have the label on the outside, so that label will tell you, well, let me explain it a little bit better. Where your wig is, so you want to have the lace in the front, right? Where your wig is, the front of your wig, if you rub against the velvet, it feels like there's almost like it's against the grain, right? Like if you're going to pull back, you feel the roughness of the velvet. And then when you turn it over, the roughness goes the other way, right? So it's actually gripping your hair, if you have hair on the underside of your wig, so that it's keeping the wig from sliding back, okay? So, or sliding off. So that's another style. Have another version of that without the lace, and it's just the velvet all the way up to the front, and this is from Milano. So it's 100% velvet. Here's what I will say. The thinner the velvet, the more flat your lace is gonna lay in the front. So just know that I like one that is a little bit thinner than that. So the thinner you can get your velvet, if you're gonna wear a velvet wig grip, the thinner you can get it at the front, then the better, right? Because then your wig, the lace will lay front a little bit, it'll lay flat a little bit easier, okay? So Again, I'm going to look for the label, keeping it on the outside. I'm looking at what is the, so this is, if I'm going to pull this away, so this would actually be the front, right? And if you look at the label, it'll actually tell you in the Milano group or the Milano grip, it actually gives you instructions and it's telling you to wear this on, you know, how to actually wear it. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So I do like that about the Milano with grips. Again, another one, this is another one, Milano, very similar to the Wigs by Tiffany. Again, it's got that lace part and then it's got the velvet with the lace in the front. Not as fond of this one because the lace is kind of frayed. I mean, you're going to wear it back about 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch from your hairline anyway. But, you know, it's up to you. Again, here's another one from another vendor. This is from Dream Lover. But again, it's got the Velcro on the back of your wig grip. It's straight, it's flat, there's no lace. So there's another version. And then there's another version that actually has I'm not quite sure where I got this, but I do like these. They have the silicone on the inside as well as the outside. And that, again, that just gives you extra grip for your wig grip. So it's velvet, and then it has that strip of silicone. And then it has the lace front and the lace back. The only thing I'm not fond of is this like adjustable bra strap. Just because of the fact, like, I have a larger head, and sometimes this will actually dig into the nape of my neck. Particularly if I have my wig adjusted nice and snug. Sometimes this kind of doesn't feel great. So I have another one, I just don't have it on me. It's like this, where it has the silicone on the outside and then the silicone on the inside. And then that lace front, right? So I want to get some of these for all of you with the Velcro. It's a little bit nicer. Okay, and then finally, I thought I would show you this if you want a wig cap and wig grip together. So Milano does also make a wig cap. They call it a grip cap. So it's the Milano Ultimate Comfort Grip Cap. Okay, and I'll put some links in the post too, so you guys have these. But again, if you want to hang out a little bit, you know, give me a couple weeks and I'll get you guys some and I'll add them to the site. So again, it's the Velcro back, right? So it's adjustable. Milano gives you the instructions on how to install it. And it has, like, if you have head sensitivity, I would say go with something like this, just because, so if you're going through any like cancer treatment or anything like that, you know, this is really nice and it'll feel softer on your head. So I really do like that about this one. So I'm trying to get these for you on the website at a lower cost, because these are a little pricey, that are the velvet, because I know some of you definitely are having some head sensitivity. So I want to make sure that I'm taking care of you. So again, it's that velvet front, right? And we know that we're going to wear this. This is the front, obviously, because you can see it's attached to the cap, right? So here's the front. So it's just going to go on, and then you're going to Velcro it in the back, right? To fit your head. You want to make sure that it's nice and snug. But yeah. And And I'll just show you really quick. Let me take my brush off. Sorry. My little wispy hairs. Okay. So this just goes on like this. And I have a tiny little pony in the back that I actually put through. And then I just tighten it. The Velcro in the back. Now what I do is I pull it back so that it's a little bit like you don't want it all the way up. So you can like kind of see my bio hair here. You don't want it all the way up to your hairline because you want that lace to lay flat. And sometimes what I've seen is if you have your wig grip all the way up to the front, the lace will not lay flat. So you want that lace to lay flat at your hairline. So you want to make sure that your whatever wig grip you're wearing, it's kind of back a little bit. You can kind of leave some of your bios out if you want, right? So now, if I put Bradshaw back on, and again, I'm just gonna take her at the nape and I'm gonna kind of dunk my head in. And I kind of put her like right at my eyebrows. So I'm gonna put her in and I'm gonna kind of tuck her over. Okay, so now she feels nice and snug. Okay, and then I just flip her up. And then I take, this is really important, I cannot stress this enough. I don't know if you can see, I've got the ear tabs that I'm adjusting her with. And so I kind of pick up from the back, I'm pulling from the back because that's the stretchiest part of your wig. And I'm kind of lifting and pushing back. So I'm not like pulling on the lace and yanking on the lace because the lace is the most delicate part of your wig. So now you can see that lace is sitting nice and flush to my hairline. And again, if it's not, if I don't think it's back enough, I'm just gonna pull from the back. I'm gonna lift up a little bit and then I'm gonna readjust. Okay, so I just slid it back just a little bit. Okay, so that's all there is to it. Again, I want to make sure that my wig grip is back a little bit further on my head so that the lace is laying flat on my hairline. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, so I am trying to get you guys some wig grips, some nice ones so here was my preference. I like the silicone on this because I think it gives you even more grippy if you have some bio hair that's kind of fine and, baby fine like mine is. And then I also like the cap that I'm wearing for ladies that have some head sensitivity. I think it's nice to have that cap. The one thing I will say is I'm wearing a cap under a cap. So it's, it gets warmer in the summer. So having the cap with your wig grip is going to be warmer. If it's summer and you're having no head sensitivity, I would say go with something like this or, with just a regular, same thing with the Velcro in the back. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So again, it's your preference. It's what you like. It's what you feel comfortable in. But those are my preferences. And so, share amongst yourselves, tell each other what you like. That's how you learn. And I learned from a lot of other ladies. So that is wig grips. Now, next, I'm going to talk about caring for your heat-friendly fibers. So stay tuned for that. See you soon.